Hey everybody, what is going on? Well, I don't know, I was just sent a message on Messenger to my big group, the bunch of the Island Time crew and other coach cruisers and things like that. That I was a little nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous today. I've done enough of these live shows now where I shouldn't be nervous anymore, but I got a little jitters. Maybe because it's cruise week. So I'm excited about that. I know I sent the invite out to a few people on the, hey, Tony, I sent the invite out to a few people on the couple Horizon cruises that I'll be going on. You see a bunch of people checking in right now. We got Rachel, Tony, Lido, Cruise Nuts. What's up, Cruise Nuts? Gary is here. What is going on? We have Island Time, Derek. Hey, what is up? And Amanda, how are you all doing? And I got this new mic, so I don't know if I'm too loud, if it doesn't sound right or something. Let me know. I was hoping that this new microphone system here would be, a little bit better. Mr. Taste Tester, I remember the name, but I forgot which name connected to the taste tester because I know, wasn't saying taste tester, but I do remember the name. Let's see. You added to your area. Okay, the sound's good. All right. Very cool. Very cool. So see, I'm trying to get fancy. I'm trying to look all professional. I got this microphone and everything in front of me. So I'm trying to fool a couple people, but no. Hope it sounds better. All right. Lido. All right. Good. Gary. All right. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Is it, is that Jack? I forget. I met so many people on the Mardi Gras. It's, I'm trying to connect. Hey, Yoli. What's going on? And Andrew, we, met so many new people. Yoli and Andrew, we hung out with, had dinner with a couple times, saw some shows, had some drinks. It was a really good time. Oh, yeah. Okay, so my guy, Mr. Taste Tester, that you all are seeing in the chat, he sent me a message while I was on the cruise, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Mr. Taste Tester, but I actually put a picture of him in one of the video vlogs, but he was saying, hey, do you want to meet up? And I thought it was another, vlogger, creator, something like that. And he asked me to meet him up, or we arranged to meet up by the Red Frog Bar. And it's a young guy, a young gentleman. I don't know if you're a teenager yet, but I took a picture and so hey, welcome. That's the fact my normal age group, I think they said, was something like 40 to 55 or something along those lines of the people that most watch me. So to get a young person like yourself, that is really good. Okay, so Z is checking in. All right, Z, glad you made it. What are you most excited about for the 723 cruise? And by the way, you see Island Time in chat. That's the question I just read. I have my Island Time shirt on. And to answer that question, I think the thing that I'm most excited about, and I was thinking about it today, the whole Coach Cruise channel and everything basically started about this time last year, a couple weeks before this. July 2nd, 2021 is when, I guess you could say I put my first video on YouTube. And, just over a year later, we're, roughly 1,250 subscribers, and Facebook another about 750 and everything. So it's been very rewarding. But the most rewarding part about that, and that's honestly why I was wearing this Island Time shirt, is because it was that set of cruises on the Carnival Vista where it kind of launched everything in terms of Derek and I had a couple of really good talks on that particular cruise, about YouTube and different strategies and equipment and just all kinds of shop talk and everything. And then like the whole group that we're going with, it's almost like a reunion of last year's cruise. We have Rachel. Unfortunately, Charles can't be with us. We got Mike and Michelle, and of course Derek and Amanda. I got a buddy going with me, and then we have other people that were also on that cruise. So it's kind of like, it's almost like a reunion. Well, it is a reunion in a way, but so much has happened. For those of you that don't know, that are only come to my channel or whatever, Derek on Island Time, he just hit 10,000 subscribers while I was actually on the Mardi Gras. And he only started just a few months before I did. And he's knocking it out of the park. So yeah, it's been really, really awesome. So yeah, that's why, I want to support other channels that, but especially Derek and Island Time. I always refer to his channel as like our brother channel, because that's kind of the way I look at it. Hey, Tex, what's up? And, Tex and Jamie, that was the other couple that, we hung out with and stuff. Jim's, what's up, Jim? Michelle, hello, Michelle. We'll both be on the ship and get to, yeah, you know what, Gary? I tell you what, Gary was saying that, he hopes one day Island Time and Coach Cruise will both be on the cruise that you're on. And you know what? That's becoming more and more possible, because we're on 2 cruises together this year. We are on this cruise coming up on the Carnival Horizon, July 23rd, and we'll also be on the December 29th cruise, the Carnival Breeze out of Galveston. So, yeah, whenever we can coordinate, a cruise together, I'm always up for that. If our schedules line up and everything, we can definitely do it. Let's see. So let me catch up here. Oh, hey, Derek, again, thank you so much. Yolanda. Yeah. Okay. And Derek is saying we're going to talk about growth. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a listening pupil on this cruise, because obviously Derek's got a whole lot bigger ideas and stuff on how to grow and how to do it the right way. So I'm definitely going to be all ears this cruise in terms of getting better on YouTube and stuff. And Yolanda, book celebration for New Year's 2023. That is awesome. And let's see, you know what, Yoli, I kid you not, I think we're booked on that same cruise. Because we are on the celebration, not this New Year's, but the following New Year's. So I don't know whether you mean this New Year's or the following New Year's. If you mean the following New Year's, then we're going on a cruise together again. All right, so let's see. And thanks again, Derek, Amanda, for the super chat. And yes, we will be getting several cold drinks in Miami. New Year's Eve absolutely is going to be a blast. Lido Tito. Yes, let's see. We're doing the Elation the week before. Shame. Yeah, dang it, Gary. I wish we could have made it on there. There's Bruce from Ocean to Ocean Travel. What's going on, Bruce? All right, Tim. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. And Tim was another one that was on the Mardi Gras, and I got to meet him and his wife, Cheryl. So it's good to see you again here in chat. And is Mike, are you on here by chance? I want to tell you a unique story, and I'll probably end up saying it twice if he's not on here, because he did say that he was going to join, Mike Benniger. So anyway, you talk about small world, and sometimes you end up on a cruise with people, and it's just by chance you meet up with them, right? And then you become like these cruise family, is what we always like to refer to it as, cruise family, where you stay connected. Hey, Tex, thank you so much. I sure hope I will play a little blackjack, and I will play some craps. Those are the 2 games that I definitely play. And yeah, hopefully I get a blackjack on that $10 wager. I appreciate that very much. So I lost my train of thought there. I was talking about, cruise family. And anyway, how small a world it is, right? So I went on a cruise earlier this year, and I had a young man come up to me, and he looked familiar. And he said, "Hey, my last name is Dowling." He said, "Hey, are you Dowling?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I thought, he was referencing the YouTube channel, or maybe he saw me in one of the chats on the Facebook group for, that we were in for that cruise. And it turned out, once we start talking, he was a former student, and that went to the school that I teach at, and he married his high school sweetheart, who was also on the cruise with him. So I met two former students. Obviously, that wasn't planned, on the cruise. And then I got a bigger one. So I graduated, I'm going to date myself here, way back in 1991. Well, anyway, I was, you keep in contact with people that you went to high school with and things like that. You might be friends and have never seen each other for 20, 30 years, whatever, right? So that was the case with this one individual. And again, I don't know if he'll have time to check in today, but he said he was. And anyway, I was reading on Facebook where he posted that he's going to be going on a cruise on the Horizon. And I said, "When is it?" And lo and behold, July 23rd. Now, keep in mind, I graduated in a teeny tiny school, and the same class, same year. I mean, we played on the same basketball team, the same football team, in grade school and in high school. And we graduated with a class of 46 people or 47 people. And he's on the same cruise ship as me, the same week. We did not plan it whatsoever. I haven't seen him in probably 25 plus years. But I'm going to see him this weekend on the Lido deck. I actually just sent him a message. We were messaging back and forth a little bit before the show started today. But how crazy is that? So does anybody else have an insane story like that where, you met up or you saw somebody for the first time in forever that, you just thought was just out of the world? Like, how could that, happen, where we just booked the same thing at the same time without any coordination or planning or anything like that? And like I said, I haven't seen this guy in like 25 years, so I'm super excited about that. And let me catch back up with the chat. I saw Kevin for the blackjack again. Thank you so much. Yoli, is Anita going on the Horizon with you? Yes, she is. But the first week, I'm going with a buddy of mine named Brent. He went on the cruise with me last year. Well, one of the cruises with me last year, and he's going on with me again. And then Anita is getting on for our anniversary cruise. Our anniversary is July 31st, so that's right around the corner. And actually, she's boarding the day of our anniversary, July 31st. So yes, she is going to be on there, but the first week's going to be with my buddy. The second week is going to be with Anita. So yes to that, but not both times. And hopefully she's going to come down here in a little bit and join me. All right. So okay. And well, it's not anniversary yet. When you all are all debarking and are mad at me because I'm staying on the ship, unless you guys book again. I looked, and July 31st still has some cabins available, Lido, so you guys should stay on that extra 6 days. Why not? What else you got to do? But besides work or something important like that. So I mean, I think that's just a wild story. Does anybody else have a story? Could you put in chat where on a cruise or something you met somebody from high school or somebody that you never ever expected to see, just by accident, by chance, whatever? Because I mean, I just think that's a really, really wild story, especially considering how small of a high school we went to. Again, we didn't coordinate it in any way, so I just think that's a crazy thing. All right, well, I'm not seeing anything. Michelle, you start school 8. Oh my goodness, that's crazy early. Well, we start, I guess, 2 weeks after that, so I guess that's not too. And plus, you all, I was jealous of you all when you were all out, and you all were like, "Why are you still in school?" So yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, so I had a couple questions. I wanted to talk first about the Horizon, and the Vista class ships in general. First, if you can put in chat right now, where are we at as far as people? We have 24 right now in the chat. For those of you that are in chat, could you put down yes or no? It doesn't, all the Vista, the Horizon, and Panorama, they're all relatively the same. Obviously, there's some differences in each of them, but they're all basically the same layout. The Panorama, of course, doesn't have the IMAX movie screen, but it has, the jumping trampoline thing. So in chat, could you put yes or no that you have been on a Vista class ship? The Carnival Vista, the Carnival Horizon, or the Carnival Panorama? Yes or no in the chat. I want to see how many people have actually been on one of those ships. Sean has been on the Vista. Hello, Sean, by the way. That's the first time I saw you. Rachel, yes. I know Rachel. I know, Tony, no. That's surprising. Okay. Tim, yes. A lot of yeses. Okay. A lot of yeses. Gary, not yet. Okay. Vista, Lido. Oh, so this is your first Horizon then, Lido. Okay. Very cool. Tim, Vesta, Deborah. Okay. So there's a lot of yeses. All right. So for those of you that answered yes, what is something you really like about the Vista class ships, and is there anything that you dislike? And I mean, you can put them both together. Something you really like about the Vista class ships, and then something. Well, you don't have to put anything you dislike if there's nothing you dislike. Okay. So Derek and Amanda Havana, and they were talking about that on their show on Sunday. So yeah, I know they love that, and so many people have loved the Havana that have been out there. Montanique, welcome. Outside activities. Okay. So Montanique, I don't know if it's you can hopefully I pronounce your name correctly, but any particular outside activities? Was it like the deck parties, or was it the water slides, or anything in particular there? Okay, Yola, you're going to be on the Vista this December. Okay, so we'll be right next to you. We'll be on the Breeze in December. Oh, that's right, Yola, I remember that. You're going early December, because we were trying to say, yeah, you should try to book another one. That's right. Easy to get around, Rachel says. The Havana, I'm so jealous. Like, everybody in the group has Havana, I think, pretty much. and we're down in the DiCaprio suites of the bottom of the Titanic. But we do have a little porthole, so we can actually look out the window. So I guess it's a little bit better than the DiCaprio suite. The water slides and the high bike. Okay, the high bike. All right. The what do they call those high bikes? I forget what the Skyride. Skyride is what it's called. All right. And the water slides, you know what? It's funny that you mentioned that, Montanique, because one of the things I wasn't crazy about on the Mardi Gras were 2 of the 3 water slides were lame. Like the blue one and the yellow one, I went down them and they were just kind of slow. And, it was just like, whatever. We just did it one time. But the orange one on the Mardi Gras was really cool. You stand on this platform, and you hear that the floor is going to drop out from underneath you, so you're kind of like nervous about that happening, and then you get the countdown, and then boom, it goes down. Sports bar during March Madness, yeah, that's a lot of fun when there's a good game. And actually, the second week of the cruise, the Raiders are going to be in the Hall of Fame game, I think, and I'm a Raider fan, so for all the people that don't like the Raiders, I apologize, but I'll be excited about that, and I'm bringing a Raiders shirt that I packed in the suitcase today. Sean says the main lounge is not great for bingo. No tables with folding chairs. Okay. I mean, I'm not a big bingo person, but yeah, I could see that being a problem. Julie loves the Breeze. I've been on the Breeze once. I really like the Breeze because it's, if I'm remembering correctly, I think the Alchemy is right next to Ocean Plaza. So you can hear the live music, while you're enjoying the Alchemy bar, which is 2 of my things I really enjoy. Lido Tito is ready for Havana, and I'm getting more and more jealous every time I see that word, Havana. Ocean travel, sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, so Bruce, the question was, have you been on a Vista class ship and something that you like about it, if you have been on one? All right, so Tim likes the cabins and the layout of the ship. Motonique, yeah. And, that's one thing I will say about Carnival's layout is it's pretty much the same. And that's one of the things that really confused me when I first got on the Mardi Gras, because it was so big. And not just the size of the Mardi Gras. I guess once you got used to it, it's still like 5 floors that cover pretty much everything there is to do. But yeah, it was a little tricky. But I do like the layout. I know where everything is, so I agree with you on that, Tim. And there's Rachel letting me know about Havana again. I'm going to be looking at you all through the glass window and having security chase me out. Tex says he agrees with Lido. He liked the layout and the pool level and Lido deck, but went right after the restart. It's with them. Motonique, oh, that sucks. Haven't been on the Mardi Gras yet. Well, that's not that big a deal, but just keep going on the orange one, Motonique, the orange water slide. Tex likes the Vista cabins also. 3 of us and plenty of space. Well, yeah, that's good. Can anyone go? No, Motonique, anyone can go to the Havana bar on the inside, but unless you have a Havana cabin booked, you cannot use that pool area back there. Unless you can sneak in or have some friends sneak you in, and then maybe you can get away with it. Get sports betting up and running. Yeah, Derek, he's and for those of you that don't know that, thanks for mentioning that, Derek. Sports betting is coming to Carnival. We don't know exactly when it's coming. They haven't given a date or announced a time, but I'm hoping it comes before I actually have a Thanksgiving Day cruise booked on. So, one of those things are going to work out. Yoli, I hear Anita walking around just outside the door, so hopefully she'll come in and you can say hi to her. Oh, you know what, Derek? That would be awesome. I actually looked at cabins yesterday, believe it or not, to see if I could see if any Havana cabins were still open, to try to do that, and I didn't see. I clicked on interior, I clicked on balcony, and it didn't give me the option to, purchase a Havana cabin. So I don't think, I don't know. I mean, there could be one, and they just haven't advertised it, but Cabana Bar. Okay, that's great. Yeah, Sean, when you have that perfectly placed room, I know there's been a few times where we've been like right on the Lido deck, like on the Mardi Gras this cruise. Anita and I booked a balcony for us right on the Lido deck, so you could just walk straight down the hall and be in the middle of the action. So that was really cool. I've been on the Vista and the Panorama. And do you have a preference over either of those ships, Bruce? And did you miss the IMAX at all? And did you go on that trampoline thing? Because the Panorama is the one ship I haven't been on, but I thought that the jumping trampoline thing looked pretty cool. Yes, Rachel was just saying kind of what I was talked about is the pool and hot tubs you can't have access to unless you have a cabin booked there. And so you don't have to deal with all the crowds that some of the other pools have. And yeah, that's a very, very nice perk. Lido says, looking forward to the aft balcony. Yes, and again, you all are making me jealous. Bruce liked the tribute bar on the Panorama. Okay. All right. Very cool. Sean, great vlog today at Island Time. Yes, I watched that too. For those of you who didn't catch Derek's Island Time vlog today, he was talking about the CDC and them, basically quietly allowing cruise lines to do what they want. And it was a really, really good piece. It's only about 9 minutes long, so really good vlog. If you haven't seen it, go over to Derek's Island Time and watch that vlog. It was a really good one. Did they put the casino bar back on the horizon? I don't know. Does anybody else know in our group? Jim was asking if they put the casino bar. I don't think they did. I didn't hear anything about that. Derek, do you know? I have not heard about that, but no, I don't think they have. And Bruce says we enjoyed the trampoline also. We were surprised of the energy it took. Okay. All right. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a drink. And then I have another question. Oh, I was thirsty. Okay. Now, we talked about the Horizon and the Vista class ships. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is ports. All right. So this July 23rd cruise coming up, we got 4 ports. And most of the cruises I've been doing recently have only had 3. So when you get an 8-day cruise, sometimes you get that 4th port, and it's kind of nice. So, any of these ports that you have been to in the show here. So I forget the exact order. I believe we're going to Aruba first. But we have Aruba, Bonaire, La Romana, and Amber Cove. Anybody been to those ports and anything that you really liked about those particular ports or what you do in those particular ports? So I've been to Aruba a few times. Really liked it. I'm really excited about Bonaire. Anita and I went to that one time. Another time it was canceled or they changed the port to something else, and we were supposed to go, but we didn't get to go. But there's this place called Klein Beach, and you can just take a little water taxi to it. So you can water taxi to the beach. It's not that much money, and just this beautiful snorkeling. I mean, literally right off the beach. There is, like, you swim, I don't know, maybe 12 feet out or something, and there's like this massive drop. But the coral formations and everything are just really, really, really cool. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Yoli is saying she was surprised the casino didn't have a bar on the panorama. Yoli, they used to, but because of COVID and everything, when they came back from COVID, I think all the Vista-class ships removed the bar from the casino. And yeah, that's what Jim was just asking about, if they had put that back in or not. So my guess is they're not going to, if they've gotten away with not doing it so far. Sean's excited to go back to Grand Cayman next week. Sean, what are you looking forward to doing there? Are you a 7 Mile Beach person? Are you a Stingray City person? Or is there something else? You can go to hell in Grand Cayman. You know, that's one of the actually interesting attractions for those of you who don't know. Grand Cayman, they actually have an excursion where you can go to hell, and you can buy postcards or something like that and have it stamped, you know, like it's coming from hell. So it's, you know, kind of a cute thing that you can do. You can actually send somebody a letter from hell. So all those people that told you to go to hell, you can actually send them a postcard and say, well, you know, here you are, I'm here, and you got your wish. So that would be kind of a funny thing. I've never done that, but it would be a fun thing to do, to send somebody a postcard from hell. I wouldn't want to be in the actual one, but the one in Grand Cayman sounds a little bit more appealing. Let's see. Okay. So are you referring, Derek? He's saying I got a knockout place to eat on the beach in Miami. You're referring to that place that Charles has a big reservation booked, I'm wondering, or is there a different place that you're referring to, like Eating Twice? Can't wait to get back there. Yes, Grand Cayman is good. And I'm actually doing that on the second leg on the Horizon. We got Grand Cayman, Cozumel, and I think Costa Maya. Costa Maya is not my favorite, but it's okay. Just being on a cruise ship, I'm happy. Ocean to ocean. We love snorkeling. Yes, Klein Beach, Bonaire, absolutely beautiful. Oh, Jim, going to the ABCs in September on Horizon. Okay, very, very nice. Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. All right, yeah, that is a great itinerary. Oh, so Michelle has been to hell and even made it out alive. All right, so we do have one person that's been to hell. Did Lito Tito go to hell with you, Michelle, or was it a solo trip to hell for you? A little curious. I'm guessing Lito Tito went to hell with you, but all right. So Sean, Stingray City, and Turtles, and Sean has also been to hell. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to try to get to hell one time. And because it seems like everybody else is gone. so I can send a postcard from hell. La Romana, we did little dune buggy tour. Okay. Let's see, La Romana. Oh, La Romana, that is the one, Sean, and you should look into this the next time you go to La Romana. But through Sivas Tours, and maybe you've done this before, but through Sivas Tours, there's this thing called a Sayona. There's this island called Sayona, Sayona Island, something. And Sayona Special for like $75. It's an all-inclusive type place where, all you can drink, it's well drinks, that kind of thing. So not like top shelf liquor or anything. But they take you on, kind of like a speedboat to get you to the island. And it's a beautiful little beach. And they give you a nice big lunch and all that. And, they got their tiki hut, everything. After you've been there about 2-3 hours, something like that, you'll get back on the boat. And then they take you to like a, what do you call it? The starfish. Like some of these sandbars and stuff have all these starfish. They take you to one of those locations. And then I think they take you to one other stop. But while you're in that starfish location or on that sandbar, they let everybody jump out of the boat. And everybody's just kind of standing on the sandbar, drinking and socializing and, swimming around if they want to. And it's, good photo opportunity and things like that. So that's another one to look into next time you're in La Romana. We're all, well, maybe not all, but most of us are doing that excursion, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So Michelle is saying Lido Tito was in hell also. That doesn't surprise me as much as you, Michelle, but, I can... Julie, welcome. It's the first time I saw your name pop up, but you went to hell as well. So it seems like a lot of you are some hell raisers. Everybody went to hell. I haven't been to hell yet, which is surprising. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, Sean, for sure. And, you will be able to get a review from several of us because, that is actually going to be the third time for me. But we have a big group on our ship. I think we have like 30 plus people signed up. They actually have one boat left that has like 8 spots the last I checked. So it's almost filled up. And I think Anita is coming in right now. Steve, what's going on? Good to see you. Steve will be on that same cruise. Anita just opened the door and then she went back out. So hopefully she's just going out and coming back in. But hold on 1 second. I want to take another drink. Oh, and Yoli, I wanted to show you. Here's my little robotic fancy selfie stick. It comes with a little magnet that I put on my phone, and then this little thing. I mean, it's motorized and computerized and everything else. So definitely wanted to show you that. You know why, you and Andrew. And again, thank you all. That was awesome. There's Anita. So better late than never. There she is. And check this out.
This little bitty chair.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know you were coming, so look, you can see my Island Time shirt, but she's got her Island Time shirt on also. So yeah, we're representing Island Time today, and again, we're getting together with all the Island Time crew on Friday. Friday we'll meet up with everybody. Well, actually, Anita won't see them, but she'll see them New Year's Eve. Yeah, Anita is going to be on the New Year's Eve cruise with me, and a big bunch of that group is also getting together on that particular cruise. So, all right, so let's see. Rachel says, Yoli says hi. Rachel says hi. Derek Amanda says hi.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Derek, yeah, I asked about your shirt, and yeah, that shirt looks good on it. It's actually the first time I've seen it because I gave it to her. So I haven't seen it on her. So yeah, fits. Fit, yeah. Fits perfect. Looks sharp. Yeah, we got the masculine black, I guess you could say, and then the pink. It's a good combo here. So yeah, looks good. Island Time gear, and you go on to Derek's site. There's plenty of it if you look in the links. He's got all linked right there. Group live. Yeah, that sounds great, Lito. I had a live scheduled for Friday, but I could, I could do it earlier, later, work around it, or change the time or anything. Like, it's no big deal. But I would love to do that, especially after seeing that live that you three did. Well, and the ladies as well.
The ladies.
But when you all were slapping each other in the face with tortillas and everything else like that, I was rolling. I was literally laughing out loud. So that was awesome. Okay, so Michelle says, you must tell us the burnt toast story. So I'll let you tell them.
Actually, they're...
Let me move the mic.
Actually, there wasn't a story. I just, I didn't know we were going to keep doing pub crawls. So I was like, well, let me just, instead of just being Anita, let me, do a fun name. So I figured, well, how am I going to feel after this pub crawl? Kind of like burnt toast. Yeah, kind of tore up from the floor up, and I kind of was. So, yeah. That's...
But the thing is she gave herself that name before she started crawling.
Yeah. Like,
so she
am I going to feel?
She had some intentions of...
and I achieved those, that goal big time. So, yeah.
So, I have some of those same intentions, for those that don't know. And anybody that I shared the link to this show on both Horizon cruises. And, Derek and Island Time and myself will be co-hosting a bar crawl. I think it's the 25th. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're definitely going to have some fun. And a lot of the crew that's in the chat here today is going to be there. And yeah, it's going to be a world of fun. And then also, I think August 1st is the scheduled bar crawl date for the second leg. I'm doing a back-to-back, and that one Anita will be on. But yeah, it's going to be, they're always so much fun. Now, the one that Anita's talking about, and a lot of people in the chat here know this, but Amber Calnan has, she's actually the one that I kind of got the playbook from as far as doing these bar crawls, and she kind of told me who to talk to, this and that, and then I've started to do them. Now, and there's we got somebody rang the doorbell. I think it's Amazon. So that the microphone was supposed to help get away from some of the Sadie noises, but there's no avoiding that one. So hopefully it didn't break the speakers on your TV or whatever sound system you may have incorporated here. But so anyway, her bar crawls, what she does is she gets white T-shirts, and she's got a design on there and everything else, and it looks cool. But basically she has people writing all over the T-shirts. And the thing about that is, if you're going to keep it and hold on to it, great. But, the shirts that I'm doing now, I wanted people to be able to, wear, more than once. I don't know if people would feel comfortable wearing a shirt that had, some very funny slogans on that might not all be, politically correct or a little too crass or, something along those lines. So that's why I didn't go that way. But, I've done other bar crawls. And then, like, for example, I hosted a bar crawl last year on the Horizon, actually. And I believe the young lady's name was Kristen. But she ran we divided up into 3 groups because it was such a big bar crawl. And she had me... my group looking bad. It was Team Tequila, and I still hear people to this day talking Team Tequila. I was on Team Tequila. I mean, they just would not let that Team Tequila down. So she brought a bunch of lays and party favors and things like that. So that's one of the things that I kind of have been trying to incorporate in my bar crawls is, sometimes I've had lays and beads. Then the beads, and packing and everything, they just got too cumbersome. So now it's just been lays. So anybody that goes to one of my bar crawls, at least until I run out, you're going to get laid, So that's always like a little corny joke or whatever, right? But it's funny still. All right, so let's see here. Goals, not intentions. Yes, Lido, absolutely. And that will be a goal for ours. And, oh, is it? Okay. I gotta hear that Usnavi story. I have to hear that. Oh, you know what? Derek, when she comes back in here, that's a good question. I think, I know she's told me in the past, like candy is always a good thing, but I will let her tell you for sure on that. Deborah, first time I'm seeing your name. 25th is my 30th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. Can't wait. Haven't cruised in 3 years. All right. So the 25th. Now, Deborah, are you cruising? Which cruise are you on? I'm curious. Are you on the cruise that we're on? Are you on a different cruise? Or you haven't scheduled a cruise and you just are looking forward to scheduling? Jim, yes. Sadie. Well, actually, Sadie doesn't need any treats. I mean, she gets treats like all the time. But Motonique, you like that idea. I don't know. I'm not sure which idea you referred to. I'm behind in the chat here. Lido, Tito, Team Fireball. You all are on your own on the Team Fireball. I'm not doing fireball shots. at least that count against my 15. If you all want to smuggle some fireball in, I'll do some fireball on the side. But I am not using one of my 15 on a fireball shot. Unless I'm just not drinking much that particular night. And I usually do have a night or two of that because I'm recovering. What time does it start again? Start. Oh, the bar crawl. Okay, so the bar crawl will start. We tell everybody to be there about 12:45 ship time. And the thing is, whenever you schedule these bar crawls, Facebook, depending upon what region of the country you're in. So if you schedule it, say, in Illinois, but then you fly to the East Coast, it's going to change by an hour. That's tripped me up a couple times. And then there's people that, thought it was an hour later because it changed the time from, say, 1 to 2 o'clock. So I'll have to make sure we remember to change the time to whatever it is so nobody gets confused. But 12:45 ship time, and then by 1 o'clock, we like to get rolling. Oh, Deborah. Okay, so Horizon on the 23rd. Oh, and yes, you're doing the bar crawl. Awesome. Okay, so we will see you there, and we will try to make up for 3 years removed from cruising. I think they did. I think I remember them say, oh, okay, yeah, and right after it is yes. Okay, text at Island Time, never heard a flight attendant turn down a Starbucks gift card. Yeah, that's a good idea. The signing of the shirt. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, that was Amber Kalman's. Her bar crawls are that. Now this one we won't be doing that, but yeah, I mean that's a real fun thing, and that's where the whole burnt toast. Getting back to the burnt toast story, people are writing nicknames or nicknaming, other people in the crawl. After you've had a few drinks, coming up with nicknames, and it is a lot of fun. I mean, you get a lot of good laughs out of doing that. And I did do that, actually, for a few crawls. But, I've gone away from it, and I want that to be her thing. Yeah, but it is fun. It is definitely fun. Travel with Nick. Hey, Nick, what is going on? And Motonique, yeah, the bar crawl is going to be great. Okay, so I did have... another question, and this one is an easier question. If you have to choose, and I know sometimes you can work around this, Z, I will do some fireball because I know I got a feeling like Steve is going to get me into trouble, with some of this fireball stuff. So I will do it, especially, well, they're not coming until Saturday. I had offered to do some on Friday, but they're not coming until Saturday. So we won't see them till then. But like I say, if somehow they smuggle some Fireball into a shampoo bottle or something, one of those Amazon ones, then I will do it. But I've been, here's the scary thing. It used to be I would hit my 15 once or twice a cruise. I don't know what it is. I'm hanging out with too many people with high tolerance, but I've been hitting my 15 a little too often. It's scaring me a little bit. And today, actually, I took 2 days off, and it was the first 2 days I had not had a drink, and I couldn't even tell you how long. So Sunday I didn't have a drink. Yesterday I didn't have a drink, and today this is my first drink. There's 2 shots in here and a can of Coke Zero. That's my typical go-to. But yeah, let's see. Lito Tito, we can have a bottle for the live show Friday and toast Steve. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do one for free, but after that, it's going to be a super chat or something. All right, but yeah, we will toast to you, Steve. I am happy to toast a Fireball. I'll even do 2. What the heck? I'll even do 2 Fireballs. Then we're gonna get some real like good liquor out. Like some Jameson or some Grey Goose or something along those lines. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So here was my next question. And this one is just kind of a curious, see where everybody stands, because it seems to be pretty broken up, when I'm on ships. There's some people that love comedy, and then there's some people that really, really enjoy the shows. And my question is, if you have to choose between one of them, like let's say, there's a comedian, and you haven't, see, that's the thing that gets me about the comedians. Some of them aren't really that funny. They're really not, so I'll go into some of the comedy, and, you're always going to get a couple laughs, but sometimes you go in and say, oh, wow, that guy was really, really good, right? But then other times you're like, so, for example, Celestial Strings, I love that show. I've seen it probably half a dozen times, and some people are probably like, well, you've seen it 6 times. Why are you going to go to it again? Why don't you go see something different? Because it's awesome. I mean, that's just my particular feeling about it. Even though I kind of know what's going to happen, I still enjoy the performance and, what it is. So we already got Derek's vote. Love comedy all the way. So shows or comedy, if you can go to the top show on a ship or to a live stand-up comedy, which is going to be your choice? The show, the best recommended show, or the best recommended comedy? If you can only choose one, which way are you going? Comedy. I see a show. Tex says depends on the mood. And he says he's also worried about some dull comedians. And he says he thinks he prefers the performances. Steve, that is awesome. And yes, I absolutely am in for that Fireball. I appreciate it very, very much. And I definitely will be in on that Fireball. Tony says the show if I have not seen it. And Deborah says comedy. Okay, so these are pretty split so far. Oh, I think comedy's winning now, especially after Rachel. Oh, wait, no, Rachel says show if I haven't seen it. Comedy if they're good. Okay, so that's kind of like a half and half there. But yeah, that's actually, you know what? That's kind of where I thought it would be. It seems pretty split, when I'm on the cruises and I talk to people, some people are like, oh, going to comedy, and other people are, oh, well, we got to make sure we finish dinner so we can go to the show and this and that. So, yeah, that's, so I guess that doesn't surprise me, but it seemed like comedy won by a vote or 2 in this particular vote. Now, here is another question I have for you. All right, so this one is a 3-part question. I'm interested to see, like, when you're on a cruise, we're talking about the whole 7 days. So if you do one 2 times, another one 2 times, another one once, and then whatever, I don't know. But the thing that you do the most frequently when you're cruising. Okay, as far as eating, oh, Bruce, thank you so much. Oh, okay, so I got to do at least 2 fireball shots. Steve is going to be happy to see that. He says, have a fireball on me. I appreciate that so much, Bruce. That's awesome. So I'm in for at least 2 fireball shots on Friday, so I guess we're going to have to go pick up. And Deborah, thank you very much. Look forward to cruising with you. I remember you said you were going to be on your first cruise in 3 years and are on the bar crawl. So I'm pumped about that. Make sure you introduce us, and we have a meet and greet too for Island Time and myself. So maybe we can see you a day early and get a chance to meet you ahead of time, or maybe we'll even see you on day one if we bump into you. Okay, so the question is main dining, specialty dining. Like if you're one of the rare people that just goes to specialty dining all the time, or whatever, like Lido buffet or whatever. So what I mean by whatever is, you know what, you're not that choosy about what you eat for dinner. You'll go to the Lido buffet, grab something. You'll go to the deli, grab a sandwich, anything like that. So what is your go-to thing that you do most frequently, or you prefer to do the most? Is it main dining? Is it just whatever you grab, you just need something to fill your stomach? Or is it specialty dining? What is the thing that you look to the most? Okay, so Tim says main dining. I'm also main dining, but I do make a point to go to the steakhouse at least once. I definitely do that. Michelle, shrimp, Szechuan. And can you get that in the main dining, Michelle? Or is that like a bonsai sushi thing or something? Yes, thank you for posting that, Lido, because I didn't remember the time or anything. Yeah, so main dining, okay, that's good to see. That's one of the things I've recommended, main dining on Carnival, anything the mood dictates. On Royal Caribbean main dining, on Carnival, anything the mood dictates. Okay, and now there are some options that are becoming more appealing on Carnival, especially like on the Carnival Mardi Gras lunch at the Mongolian Wok for shrimp. Okay, all right, yeah, and that Mongolian Wok is good, and that's in Gigi's on Carnival Horizon. And I love Gigi's. I mean, they got a couple appetizers that are just to die for. We always go to Gigi's at least once, and I will on each of these cruises this time coming up. The Traveling Gilberts say depends on the ship, though. Main dining mostly, but the Mardi Gras was different. Yes, and actually, Traveling Gilberts, that's a good point, because there are so many food choices on the Mardi Gras that, okay, so the main dining room, I mean, you can eat for free in Cucina. You can eat for free in Guy's Pig and Anchor. You can eat for free in Chibang. So the main dining room, there was some people, I think we ate there like 3 times. But there was 2 or 3 times over 2 weeks I'm talking about. I think Anita and I might have eaten in there twice. I know for sure we ate in there once. But yeah, you have so many different options. And now we have the Carnival Celebration coming out. And then following that, it's going to be the Carnival Jubilee. So, if they continue the trend and they have all these different options, the main dining room is going to be something that people maybe don't go to that often. We actually didn't eat any buffet food. Michelle, we ate once for breakfast, buffet. But normally I never eat buffet. I love the deli sandwiches. Well, you know what, Tony? The Flamingo restaurant is pretty small. I went in there for like a Diamond Platinum thing. The Palm restaurant is very large, though. But, I don't, that may be the case, but I don't know. Montanique says, I usually go to the main dining room or go with the flow. This is our first time going to specialty dining. Montanique, what are you doing? Are you doing the steakhouse? Or are you doing Gigi's? Or are you doing Cucina? Because they're all 3 of those. Oh, and the teppanyaki, that's a specialty as well. So which one are you doing? Traveling Gilberts. We wanted to try Rudy's, Chibang, etc. New stuff. Yeah, we tried Rudy's, and that one's an expensive one. But for those of you that didn't see my vlog, The key lime pie at Rudy's is absolutely amazing. And then they have this thing called, I can't even pronounce the name, some crazy name, but basically it's scallops and like this creamy cheese thing. And then the seafood bisque was amazing. Now, the appetizers I just mentioned were out of this world. The main entree I had was red snapper, and it was good. Nothing like, oh my God, good. But Z Show, you're a pizza fan. See, I mean, I'll eat pizza on the ships, but being from Chicago, it's kind of like, I mean, I know like Michelle and Lito Tito are from, Louisiana, so they get all that good Cajun seafood and everything. I mean, if they came to Chicago and ate seafood, it wouldn't be able to compare to some of the stuff they get down there. And then same thing with pizza for me. I got pizza from Chicago, and I mean, I'm telling you, it's different. I mean, it's like some of the best pizza in the world. I went to Italy when we were on a Mediterranean cruise, and I preferred the Chicago pizza over the Italian pizza. True story. I really, really. But yeah, I mean, the pizza for a cruise ship is very good. I will admit to that, but I can pass on it for something else. Bruce says we do specialty dining once in a while. And yeah, steakhouse day one, Jim says, and that's typically when I always do it. You get that free bottle of wine. And Motonique, you're doing the steakhouse as well. Motonique, when are you doing the steakhouse? What day? Do you know what day? Is it day one? If you do it day one, you get a free bottle of wine, which is why I asked. And Gigi's has this chicken soup that is incredible. I don't know how many Gigi fans there are out there, but I'll tell you, I think Michelle and Mike, I think Lito, I think you all said you liked Chebang, and maybe it's just because, like I said, I only went there twice, but I really wasn't that impressed. But Gigi's I've always liked, and the thing that I said in my vlog when I did the likes and dislikes in regards to Chebang is I don't know about the whole fusion thing. I mean, honestly, what do you think, somebody's going to, somebody that specializes in one thing? Like if I went to a place that just did pizza, or I went to a place that did pizza and tacos. It's like, well, you might love tacos and you might love pizza, but does that necessarily mean that they're going to make the best pizza and the best tacos? I mean, they could, right? But I'm thinking that somebody that just specializes in pizza is going to make better pizza than somebody that's doing pizza and tacos, for example. And so the whole Mexican fusion, Mexican-Chinese thing, having two different menus, but they're cooking in the same kitchen. I just don't know. Gigi's, it seems like their quality of their Chinese food, or Asian food, I should say, was just better. But again, that's me. And like I said, I only ate a couple times, so can't take my recommendation too seriously there. So, okay. All right, let's see what time. Oh, we are almost out of time. Now, what did I say? The last question I had that we didn't get to, and I kind of skipped over one, so we're kind of backtracking here. But what do you do in ports? And if you've been to a particular port, so like let's say Cozumel, because Cozumel is probably the most frequented port of any of the Caribbean ports. So if you go to Cozumel, or you've been on several cruises and you go to the same port more than once, what different things do you do? I mean, do you do anything different? Do you try to do something different? Or, for example, some people go to Mr. Sancho's and they just always go to Mr. Sancho's and that's it. Anita came in for the last 2 minutes.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. So always a beach. Okay, Jim says always a beach. So is it always an all-inclusive? Okay, Traveling Gilbert's, Sancho's, Paradise Beach. And Paradise Beach, Traveling Gilbert's, I love that. I booked that already for us. It'll be the second time I've gone now. And the only reason I went to it the first time is because Sancho's was sold out. Brad, Cozumel, drink, fall down, drop pants, All right, hey, good to see you, Brad. That's the first time I've seen your name pop up. Hope everyone has negative vibes Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, they're tests. Okay. Positive. Yeah. we got to get our tests going and everything. Julie says shop and go back to the ship. Okay, so you're somebody that enjoys the ship when it's empty and you kind of have it to yourself. That is nice. We did that when we were in Costa Maya, and that solitude and the ship being nice and having the freedom to run around with not a bunch of people is a nice thing. Tex says we try to change it up, try new things unless we know what we love at a certain port. Right, and there's certain ports, I swear, I could do the same thing, like El Cielo in Cozumel is like this beautiful sandbar, and it's just absolutely awesome. Tex, Kevin
Hey,
says...
Kevin. Hey, Jamie.
And, hey, Jamie, and let's see, find me a warm beach and a cold drink, absolutely. That's going to work good every time. Different all-inclusive resorts to try different... Yeah, that's good. And yeah, the Paradise Beach is a new one we tried, but honestly, I think they're on par with Sancho's. Maybe not quite as big of a party as you might see at Sancho's, but in terms of the food quality and the drink offerings and, just a room to sit and things like that, it's really good. Julie, yeah, Costa Maya is not my favorite port either. We might stay on the ship on that one. Brad says Mr. Sancho's on New Year's Eve. Nothing can go wrong, right? Yeah.
Or everything.
Maybe. Yeah. But go wrong in a good way. So so sorry you didn't get to see more on Anita. She was on the phone. I'm guessing it was something important. So yeah, but it's 8 o'clock, so I don't want to hold up anybody. One thing I will ask, if you haven't already hit the like button, just so people can see this later and it gets into the algorithm and whatever. But other than that, those of you that I'm going to see on the horizon that I'm going to cruise with, because again, I shared this link so other people on the horizon might see it. Look forward to meeting you, and please come up and say hi. Don't be a stranger. And for those of you that we're going to go on the bar crawl with and everything, looking forward to that. And for those of you that I'm going to see on Friday, super looking forward to see you on Friday. Rachel just chimed in to see you on Friday.
Hey,
absolutely.
Rachel.
Michelle and Lido and Derek and
Good
Amanda
crew.
and everybody, Mike and everybody. So Steve, everybody. So it's going to be a blast. So all right, that is all. Take care, everybody. Again, it's been awesome. Great hour with you all. And Rachel says, hey, Anita.
Good night, cruisers.
Before we go. All right, take care, everybody. And thank you, Derek.